Hello guys, quite some time to see my face. Lately I'm just driving on my sitting position, but in this video I want to show you how to get the maximum of your triple screen setup, how to properly set up in Assetto Corsa Competizione and iRacing. And I want to talk about how to hide your bezels with this ROG Bezel Free Kit from Asus. Now, because I didn't see that coming, this video is quite long because I'm going in depth for many details. I'm gonna add in the description below the different parts, so better go check there and see what you're really interested about and just skip the rest because probably it's going to be around 20 minutes video. I'm also going to talk about how to set up this kit in 32-inch monitors because this kit is up to 27 and I'm running lately 32-inch, so I found the way, the most simple way how to set it up, and I'm gonna show you how exactly. Now that being said, let's dive in the sim and start working step by step every detail. Now 99% of your effort must be on perfectly align your monitors, because if you don't do that, there is no chance you can make it right. And let me show you what is the effect. Now, usually the sweet spot on the perfect line depends on your eye level, and the sweet spot is quite small, like probably 4 to 5 centimeters, and you can see on the top and on the bottom is a little bit off, but this side is perfectly aligned. Now let's go to the other side where I'm off like 2-3 millimeters, and you can see there is no sweet spot anywhere. Everything is offset like few millimeters. That means you really have to put your effort into perfectly align the monitors, otherwise nothing can save it. Quick recap how you set up with Nvidia Surround. Right button and go to Nvidia control panel, and then go to surround configuration, check this box here and apply. Now you can see the screens can be all over the places, like this one is 312 and we have on the pictures 312, which means number 3 must go on this side. Enable, and we are done. Let's jump in the car. In this case, Assetto Corsa Competizione, in my opinion, the best software to configure triple screen. Now, those settings on the top will be individually for each car. We're gonna talk about this later, but the standards are those here for the triple screen, and in the first option you have to measure your eye distance between monitor and your eyes, in my case 750. Next option, you measure the width of the screen, 654, and then the bezel width. Now with the bezel width, if you don't use the free bezel kit, you have to measure your bezel distance and then apply the number. For example, if it's 10mm bezel, you have to apply 10mm here. Now, in this case, we are using the free bezel kit, and you can see there the sign of 50 meters. The zero, the half is missing. Now, for some reason, Kunos make possible to go negative on the bezel, which is absolutely awesome. And if I go minus 4 millimeters, you can see now we are missing nothing on the picture and everything is there. Absolutely awesome. The next option is the side screen angle, and let me explain something. Now, if you use the free bezel kit, This came with little tool, and you have to put your monitor angle between 120 and 130 degrees, and that means on this side. But you can see the side screen angle I add is 47 degrees, and the reason is, let me explain this because there is some big confusion. Let me try to clear that confusion now. The tool from the Bezel Free Kit asked me to put the angle between the monitors on 130 degrees, but the software is asking for this angle here. Now, if the straight line is 180 degrees and we have this angle between the monitors 130, that means this angle here is 50 degrees. So if, for example, you put this angle to 120, this angle here will be 60. So every software, iRacing, Assetto Corsa Competizione, they are asking for this angle here. And if you can measure this one, you can just take out this angle from 180 and you will have the correct number. And let's talk about those options here on the top. Those will be absolutely personal preferences, how you want to set the car, except the pitch. And why the pitch? With the pitch, you can move the picture top and bottom. And for example, we're looking for the sweet spot around this part of the monitor. So for every car, the pitch will be different. And for example, the BMW 3 degrees is working absolutely fine, and you can see this part is absolutely straight. But here on the bottom and on the top is a little bit off. I don't care for that. I'm looking for the middle because those are the barriers we are passing on, and on the videos, if the barriers are a little bit offset, it looks quite weird and your eyes are more stretched to this part of the screen. For the Wambo, for the Porsche is completely different. I think for the Wambo I am like 1 point something, but you get the point. With the pitch you can control where you're gonna put your sweet spot on the barriers and the signed numbers to get the best possible view for your eyes. Now, iRacing is a little bit more complicated than Assetto Corsa Competizione, but you can achieve almost the same with a little bit more tweaking. Let's go. Option, graphics, choose your resolution, choose triple screen, and definitely check multiple projection because that is going to run separately each monitor and going to give you the proper picture. From this side, you have to measure your monitor width, included bezel. In my case is 660. And the second option is without the bezel. In my case is 654. The view distance, your eye distance from the monitor, in my case 750. And the angle, do you remember I said the angle here is 130, but the software is asking the angle from behind, which in our case I have 133. That means it's 47. And once I hit, you can see my proper field of view is 141, and that is going to give me the proper size outside of the car. Let's hit done and go in the car. Now that is the proper scale outside of the car. There is few combination on the keyboard. For example, with the bracket button you can go front and back, but you see that is changing the field of view, and that means it changed the entire size, and we need to stay at 141. Then the other combination is if you hit shift with the bracket, you can move the entire picture up and down. And that's how you're gonna, do you remember we have somewhere here the proper sweet spot? So you can go a little bit down and you're looking for the barriers, which gonna be around here. And then you can hit Control, and with the brackets you can go your sitting position up and down. Now I move a little bit up, which means I sit a little bit more down. How you can increase now this field of view? So go Escape and make sure you're in replay mode, hit the pause, and make sure you stay in cockpit sitting position. Now the next combo is Control and F12. Here, if you remember in Assetto Corsa, you can go literal left and right. That is how you can fix it here. For example, if your wheel is a little bit offset, you can move from Y the entire picture from left to right. And for me it's about here, the center. And then from X offset, check this out. Now I am moving only my sitting position. Outside the scale is absolutely the same, but I am moving my sitting position. And that is very important. If you want to increase a little bit the field of view, you can see I'm increasing the field of view a little bit. And I think around here I'm happy, probably around here. So those are the changes you can make with the cameras. Just hit Save Car, Save, yes, and every time you sit in the car, you're gonna have that field of view. I put back the bezel kit, and the way it works is stretch the pictures from both monitors and unite them in the middle. Now, because we include the bezels, that means we are losing a lot with the bezel kit, which means we have to go to graphics and take off the measurement from the bezels. Now, if you hit done, look what is going to happen here. Now, this red door is going to extend. Done. Check. And there is like ½ centimeter more of the picture. Now you remember we had that option on Assetto Corsa Competizione where we can go negative and actually open even more the picture. Right now in iRacing this is impossible, and we are losing, you can see here we are losing like those 4 millimeters. And the way you can fix that is you can open the monitors physically, but I don't do that because if I move a little bit front or a little bit back, I can see that black line and it's very disturbing. And actually, to be honest, those 4 millimeters which are missing don't disturb me at all. Let me drive around and show you how it looks. And you can decide if you like it or not. But for me, it's not problem at all. Now let me stop on this sign 60, and if you remember on Assetto Corsa, I stretched the picture and the 0 was completely around. Now here we are losing probably 3 millimeters. Well, do you see that while driving? I don't think so. For me, it's absolutely the same. Well, that's with iRacing. Now let's talk about the bezels. This is made to be attached with those brackets, but they are made up to 27-inch monitors, so it's going to be too short for the 32s. And I have seen some extensions, but As always, I want to simplify things, and the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to use this. I already cut 2 pieces of self-sticking Alcantara, and I'm going to attach the lenses directly to the monitors. Now let me show you what I'm going to do now. So you see, I make one round, and that way I'm going to prevent the lenses to physically touch the monitor itself, so they're gonna keep that 1 millimeter gap and are going to protect the monitor itself. Now that being said, let's go and attach this. Stick it top, stick it bottom, and you are done. Now the problem is, if you want to take it in and out all the time, then you have to find other solution. But if you use your setup just for gaming and this is going to sit there, I think this is absolutely awesome solution. So just stick it there and you are done. Quick recap what I think about this kit. First, Asus. Are you out of your mind? Asking price $109. You know, guys, that you can buy monitor for that price? What the hell? I really hate when companies are getting advantage of our passion and make money like crazy. I mean, this probably, I don't know, if the price was like $50-$60, I were going to suggest this to anyone out there, but 120, I don't know. It must be up to you. Now, for me, definitely improve a lot my onboard videos, and even if it costs like 200, I still gonna buy it because it's big improvement for my videos. Now, is it game changer on the driving experience? I guess it will be personal view, because I never mind about the bezels, but definitely once I add this kit, I feel like I really have a super wide screen, and honestly this thing looks a lot better than the videos you see, because you know, when you are concentrate on the monitor, on the middle monitor, the resolution of your eyes is going off left and right, so you don't even notice that warping effect. And yeah, I love it, but maybe if that warping effect draws your eyes always to the angle, maybe it's going to bother you. I don't know. It will be up to you. Another thing, they claim on the website that the lenses are made with, I don't know what, something more durable than glass, and what a joke. I scratched this thing just sliding very, very briefly to the other monitor, and it's not like it's big problem. Once you apply and the light goes through the lenses from the other side, you don't notice those scratches, but you have to be careful. If you don't get this, be careful. It's super easy scratchable. Well, I don't know what else to say. For me, definitely worth it, but I don't know, you have to decide yourself. Now, with that being said, if you like that video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. And it's free world. You can subscribe or not. Doesn't really matter. Stay safe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.